Hey, church family, I wanted to take this opportunity to just share my heart regarding the reopening of our church. It was a month ago on May the 10th, it was Mother's Day, when we reopened the doors of the church. And while I realize that this decision has been debated by those who question the wisdom of returning, it is my hope that the people who hold different opinions about this will at least understand my heart behind the decision. The fact is that we're all taking necessary steps that we believe are important for protecting and promoting our physical health, and as well we should be. Not only that, but the heads of every house right now are making decisions, tough decisions, which enable us to maintain the health of every family member. And this is certainly true for my own house. And the reason why is because Brenda and I were both committed to keeping our bodies free from the novel coronavirus. We don't want to get sick any more than anybody else. At the same time, it's also important for every Christian to remember that the church is a body. We're a spiritual body. The church has been called the body of Christ many times throughout the scriptures. And as the pastor of the local church, the Lord is calling me to maintain the spiritual health of our fellowship. In other words, the Lord is calling me to be a shepherd of this flock, and to do this by making sure that we all continue to grow in our walk of faith. And it's for this reason that the decision that I made months ago to close the doors of the church, it's actually the most difficult decision that I've ever made. It truly is. You see, I knew at that point in time that this decision would result in a separation, which would cause some Christians to fall away from the faith. Think about it for a moment. If the church is comparative to our physical body, and it is, then how long can its members be separated without suffering the negative effects of the separation? Or think about it like this: how long can a severed appendage survive after being separated from the body? And the answer is, a severed appendage can only survive 6 to 8 hours before it's unsalvageable. Now, if you suddenly suffered a severed appendage, the chances are you would focus all of your attention on the retrieval and the reattachment of that body part. And the reason why? Well, is due to the fact that we want all of our body parts fully functioning for the sake of the whole body. It's in a similar yet spiritual way that this is also my passion as the pastor of this body known as Calvary South Austin. Currently, the coronavirus has severed our fellowship of faith. And it's for this reason that I am so focused on the retrieval and the reattachment of each body part which has been severed. And while I realize that my passionate plea for those who are able to return has been perceived by some to be unloving, please trust me when I tell you that it's actually because I love you that I encourage those who are able to return to church as soon as possible. And in this way, we can maintain the spiritual health of the body, through the edification that occurs as we gather together and serve one another and exercise our spiritual gifts. I like the way that Paul puts it in Ephesians chapter 4. It's there where he encourages us to speak the truth in love so that we may grow up in all things into him who is the head, Christ, from whom the whole body, joined and knit together by what every joint supplies, according to the effective working by which every part does its share, causes growth of the body for the edifying of itself in love. Now, in light of these verses, we can see that the church, which is like a body, the church must be connected together in order to maintain its spiritual health. Therefore, as Christians, we should not only be promoting and protecting our physical health as we attempt to avoid the coronavirus, but we must also promote and protect our spiritual health. And we do this by maintaining our connection with the body of believers at our local church. Now, it's possible that you belong to a high-risk category. And it's possible that you're still too concerned to leave your house. And if so, I encourage you, remain tethered to your church through the services that we provide online. But if you are able, if you're healthy, I invite you to join us in person here at Calvary South Austin for our weekly services. Our service times and our calendar of events, they can both be found online here at calvarysouthaustin.com. I hope to see you here soon at your church. But until then, I encourage you, let's continue to fight the good fight of faith, all for the glory of God.